Hello, welcome back. Right, September. Next month is harvest. Right, okay. Now then, this is going to be a test. There are rumours that worker fees are expanded by the amount of times that your time is running. So, if that is true, that would mean that if I'm on half times, now we've got a contract for the biggest field on the map, which is field 26, and it's 20,504 contract. We've also got a little fertilizer one as well on field 4. So I'm going to do field 14 myself with the fertilizer. And if I remember rightly, the sprayer is, let's have a look on the map, is up at the, yeah, right, that is up. Yes, we need to bring that down. Well, we definitely need extra spray, so okay, is that up? It is up by field 14, which is fertilizer job. Oh, would you believe it? So we've got to go up to that. Right, okay, well that actually fits in nicely. We shall go up with this one, do field 14, and then we'll pick the other tractor up. We're fully fertilised. Right, let's get cracking. Yeah, so we're going to test this. We'll grab the sprayer. We will, if we're full, we'll come down. In fact, yeah, that is the point. Let's get this all ready. We need to... I've got no tabbing. Tabbing is disabled. Why is that still travelling? Yeah. Okay, so we need to grab the truck. And... oh, which way? Let's have a look. Yeah, we should be able to... We know that sometimes the pathfinding of the AI is a little bit tricky. So, if that is the case, let's stick this on the side of the road and get out, and we shall set the AI going. AI, you, create job, go to, yeah, go. Now then, you know that Rex is over there, so we need to grab the Rex, smash him. We'll go and do the fertilising job, bring that back down here. We'll leave this up the top because it should have enough fertiliser for another day. Come back down, make sure that we're completely, I think we'll need, I will split it out. I think we're going to need at least 2 full fertiliser sets for our fertiliser, 2 complete ones at least. So we're going to stick that into the, oh wow, going to stick that into the truck, and we shall send the truck to field 26 when we get that down. And then halfway through, what we're going to do though is I'm going to set the AI work. I think what I'm going to do is manually do a complete circuit of the field. I will literally start, I'm going to do, oh mind you, no I won't, thinking about it, I was going to do a time lapse, but if I'm going to do that I'm going to come away from that as soon as possible, so we're going to leave that chugging along. So I won't time lapse it, I'll literally do one circuit, and then we're going to leave the AI worker to do the rest, and we're going to keep our eye fixed firmly upon how much wages it actually, whether it does, as people suggest it does, make any difference time, because people are saying it does. I'm not so convinced, but it might. One doesn't know how it's been tied. I just know that the wages are extortionate under the new on FS22 in comparison to FS19. So let's test this. Let's prove it for ourselves that it's either wrong or right. Oh, it did sort of stop. I expected that to ram raid me. did sort of eventually stop, which makes a nice change. Brilliant. So hopefully they will now be at the field ready for us to eject the fertilizer, sorry, the herbicide from the back of, let's just move out the way of this car. I can hear, ooh, go on. Wow, it's quite rough. Keep your eye fixed firmly on the amounts. I think Giants have been tweaking a little bit. I played on my Elm Creek Start From Scratch Let's Play yesterday, and I thought this slow down the speed. You cannot literally watch it go down before your eyes. It did take longer than it has done, so I think they've been tweaking how quickly the damage is done to vehicles. I'm sure, because by now I'm sure it would have ticked down at least one. Right, I can hear a vehicle behind us. Let's just have a thinking about it. We should see our tractor when we've reached the right field. Hang on a minute, I could be way out there. Let's have a quick look. 14. I am way out. Need to turn right now. Yeah, and go round the forest. Oh, of course, I remember now actually. Yeah, we were near where we picked the fertiliser up, the last of the fertiliser, in front of the biogas, not the plant, but the biogas production. Right, we should get this, set this going. Wow. What we should do though is, whilst we fertilise, we should set, in fact I should have done that already. Mind you, no, we won't. We're up here, we should literally leave this and we'll just swap tractors. Okay, let's have a bit of a taz over the hillside. See how rough this terrain is. Pretty rough. Yep. The Rex is not liking that at all. Must remember that I do want to upgrade this. Yes, that's still not dropped down. This would have seriously dropped down by now. I wonder if it is linked to time. Ah, so 14's the one on the other side of this. Okay. We have finally got lime stroke fertilizer spreaders, which is what I've been waiting for. That is amazing. I can't wait till I'm going to have a look at them. Obviously we've got the Amazon, but it would be ideal for the limers. Right, okie dokie. Yes, it's funny, but doing this Let's Play really taught me an awful lot about FS22, as in FS22 at the beginning, because truthfully speaking, I think a lot of the issues that we're playing through right now will be addressed by Giants. We've gone down 1% in the Landini now, after all that time, and 1% with the Agco 1500, so yeah, that's definitely much slower than it has been. So whether that is either a time element thing or is just that Giants have slowed it down. I suppose that actually Yeah, that is not a bad idea. Let's times that to what we usually go on times 3. Let's see if that alters how quickly, if it is linked with time, to see whether it goes from 94 to 93 much quicker than that from running around for all that time. That would be an interesting test. Got a minute, I'm getting confused now on where I've actually done on this already. I think I've already done the outer circuit. Yes, I have. Just a bit in the middle. I think I just did that bit in the twice. Let's just do that section a little bit higher. We'll do a twizzle. Yeah, excellent. Plenty of... Right, let's switch this off and we'll leave this. Okay. We'll have to do the test on this now. Right, so we need to top this up. Zoom in a bit, we're a bit far out. Get this completely topped up. Eject it, stick it onto the truck, the 2 sets, and then we'll fill up again. We shall go on to the big contract. Whoa. Go on. Now then, let's just have a quick look at productions. I have a plan. Now I don't mind game mechanics obviously account for a certain amount. Now, oh wow, there's still a bit of needs lime in there. Right, I don't mind moving the factory from that onto here, down to game mechanics. 107 for all that running around. Seems cheaper than normal. Yeah, with the factory, I cannot get it to sit straight no matter what. I've literally tried using the landscaping tool an awful lot, and it just does not ever settle down. So with that in mind, with this being a fault of game mechanics, I seriously want to shift it onto the slab of concrete that we have now purchased, part of the original, what we just invested in basically. But obviously to do that, I don't want to be, I don't know even if you get half back. You used to get half back on FS19. With this being down to a games mechanic glitch, I would leave it where it was. I'm quite happy with it being where it is. But because of the fact you cannot level the ground, because it keeps on, I have leveled it once, but then the next time I came on, it literally put a massive pothole again into that, so it makes it very difficult to dump, and it's ridiculous. It looks awful. So with that in mind, because it's a game mechanics error, I don't mind moving that to a different place. Wow, that is so bouncy. Because it's down to game mechanics rather than me just wanting to move it for the sake of it, basically. That's what I'm saying. So I think that's what we're going to another thing we're going to do, and I am going to give myself the money back to actually do that when I figure out how to do that. I know I've got the mod, I just don't know how to use it. Yeah, we still have got some actually. I'd forgotten that. Yeah. Right. Completely top this up, then we'll eject both tanks, then we'll completely fill it up again. I don't know whether to do a little bit more. Not sure that. I think, if I remember rightly, we have done this before, we herbicided it before. I'm sure it was just 2 complete sets. But if push comes to shove and it looks like we're going to fail, we could always okay, let's eject that. In fact, would be best. Oh, it's done the... Okay, let's grab these and fill them both up again. This side. Ooh. Wow, fantastic. 2,700, so we've got 5,400. Right, let's send that on. Right, we're literally just going to send it to field 26, though we're not actually going to tell it to do the field work, so it's going to be a go to. So destination, no, cancel. We want to create job. No, just go to there. Okay, let's grab the truck and we should move that closer to the stick this here. I shall stick those two on here. Why have I switched the engine off? I'm going to need it in a minute. Right, let's grab the telehandler and we shall fill that up. Should I say we should put that on? We should fill that up. I do apologise if I say anything wrong today. My booster a couple of days ago, and at times I'm a little delirious, I think. Not terribly, I'm making sense most of the time, but yeah, sometimes my words are a little bit wrong. Right, okay. Don't know what... Oh, I can't now, can I? Maybe should have got another... Okay. Go and see. That's been unblocked by an object for a while. Let's have a look on the map. Is it blocked? Looks very much like it to me. Oh. It was just moving then. What was it doing down there? Okay, let's send it there then. In fact, yeah, on there. And facing that way. It's not very far. Okay. What? Oh, okay. We'll do this ourselves. He's almost over there. Ridiculous. We'll send this over that way. Should. To be caught on something. Excellent. Let's stick those on manually. I'm in for realism. Okay, and yeah, we may as well run it over. We'll go the same way as the other vehicle went, so as we can catch him. And we'll stick this at the bottom of field 26, ready to fill up. Right, okay, we're going to do one outer rim, then we're going to stick time on 0.5 to see if people are correct about time affecting wages of AI workers. Ah, okay. I think we've found where our worker's stuck. Okay. What we shall do then is grab that, create job, go to, and if it's not clever enough to work that out, let's go there. Let's see if it is clever enough. Should be able to. Let's follow along. Right, times 0.5. How's he doing? Yeah, travelling along nicely. Should come to an end soon. Right, so right next to the biogas plant is our start point. Just do it level with it so we have got a good visual area. Let's go. Let's travel. So we're going to do this out around. And then we shall set the worker going after that, and we shall see if the wages. So we're at 29,418. Let me write that down. This is going to take a while, and it's not afraid of that. I really just thought this is an ideal time to test because there's quite a bit of profit on this. If it starts to rack up thousands, then I'm going to immediately come over and I'm going to do it myself. But I thought it would give us time to. Oh, that's a point. While this is on this good straight, let's have a quick look at productions. My plan is though. Oh, I've got days. You get through 20 tonnes a day. So what we're going to do is we're going to empty this before we move the factory. So we'll probably. Oh, that means we've got. That's going to be awkward. Yeah, we've got no choice. Otherwise, we're wasting 40 tonnes of one and 52 tonnes of the other. We're not going to do that. No one would waste product. So we should wait until they're completely exhausted before we move the sugarcane factory up to the slab of concrete at the top. And then what I'd like to do is also put up one of the easy sheds, one of the reasonable priced first ones, because it's all we can afford, plus which I do actually like them as well, if I'm honest. They are very reasonable and quite large really for the money, so ideal for a farmer that's not got much money, of which I am one. And then I would like to, as I said, put 3 large greenhouses, go into those, try 3 different products, and we'll put those on selling as well. We shall have to look at water containers, I think there are a couple of mods now since the very first normal in-game trailer, so we shall have to see. It is nice to see the mods coming through now. I say I'm over the moon about the fact that the lime stroke fertilizer spreaders have started to come on the market now, because to be honest, haven't got anything against the in-game. Which ones are they? What are they called? Sorry, my word brain's gone. I can't think of the manufacturer. The Breddles. I've got nothing against them. It's just the 18 meter spread maximum is just in comparison to, say, the 42 meter of the Amazon, or even I don't mind anything past 24 meters as a good spread, but as soon as it's before that, it really is quite poor. And really, you've got to spend quite a lot of money, even with the smaller Breddle, to get the 18 meter spreader on it. And when you consider how long it's going to take you to do a field, it's going to take a while. I mean, with lime, I suppose it's not quite so you've got also offsets spread against how long it's going to take you and how many times you're going to go backwards and forwards to the field. At that point it does become a consideration as well. But I think there's actually one of the larger Amazons now that is a trailed one that also has a good spread, and it will do lime and fertilizer, so that becomes a really good option. Of course, if you're doing small fields, it really doesn't matter that you choose the smaller ones, but if you've got bigger fields, there comes a certain point where if you're trailing backwards and forwards to whatever point, whether it's the shop or even even the mod that we've got, if you'd got one next to your field, it's still, you've got to offset that. Imagine how expensive they are. That is actually quite a viable option. You could use quite small ones if you'd got one of those storage containers, the multi-fruits buying station with all of the products in. That would be fantastic. That would actually work. Right, how far are we doing? I should say we're about halfway around the circuit. Looking at this is a humongous field, absolute monster. I would gauge at the rate we're going down, that would be roughly, I think each round is going to cost us, or each 2 rounds I think will be a full thing, so I think we might still need more than what we've actually got now. Looking at this, we shall see. I might be slightly out. Right, I can see the tyre track, so I know we know roughly where we're heading anyway. What we'll do is we shall stop this and we will bring the truck across, park it there, and we'll just top this up. Mind you, no, we won't. It's a good thing. Yeah, we're slightly above 50%, so yeah, full round. We'll do another one. Just trouble, we're going to be getting the AI work. No, it's still going to need topping up exactly the same amount of times, though, isn't it? Really. So it's not going to make any difference. Okay, let's start this at this end then, and we shall literally just send it across and across. I think that'll be fine. I should say not far off of that. Can we see any of the little weeds? Ah, yes, inwards a little. Yeah, I should say that is about spot on. Right then, so we are on half speed. We're at 29,418. And now we're setting a worker going. Right, let's see how much it costs us and whether this theory is total load of rubbish or whether it actually makes any sense. Okay, let's go and take this down to there. In fact, no, I think thinking about this, when he's going to run out, he isn't going to be far off this top of the biogas plant. So I don't think this is a bad place to stop it. When he's used all of this, we'll go and get another one. I have a sneaky feeling it's not quite going to last. I think we might need a bit more. Okay, so then let's have a quick look. Well, let's have a bit of fun. Oh wow. Let's have a look at the tools and fertilizer spreaders. There was something in sprayers as well, but to me it didn't seem to be very spray. Yeah. Oh, I see. It's the liquid fertilizer and liquid, right? Liquid support, right? Okay. No, it's just extra storage. Yeah, no, that's not bad. Right, fertilizer spreaders. Yeah, this is the new modded Amazon, which just got an 18-meter spread. Has it got any extensions? What does that do for you? What does that do? Huh. Cover. So an 18-meter spread for a lima stroke. Like I said, you've got to offset that between how much would it? Oh, only 6,000. Wow. Well, to be honest, you can get the bread all for it's a lot dearer, isn't it? 4,000 litre, 42 metre. Now that is something like. Wow. That is something like, to be honest. What we need now is a front storage box, the exact 42 metre as well. And 700 to 1,000. Is that it? Right. Still, it is cheap looking at that. And that's the geo spread that we've already got that only does fertilizer. Wow. We need some of the storage boxes now that go on the front that will accept. Yeah, we've not got anything that will do that, have we, yet? That we used to have in FS19. Right. I'm trying to think what else. There was another couple of bale wagons. Yeah, these ones. Right, okay. With some weights as well that we've put in. There were a couple of new weights. John Deere Splice or something. Yeah, slice weight, that's the one. Oh wow. Only for 400 kilograms. Oh, this is one that goes up, obviously. Wow, quite expensive. Right, how are we doing? 29,233. What can we do? We can check if there are any more fertilizing contracts and also cash in on that one. So just have a look what we have actually got. No, that's literally it then. So it's just this. Did we check the daily? We did. What have we got in our garage? Well, I know I just bought something. Yeah, we have. We bought the beet thing, didn't we? On that special offer that was amazing. So that's for cutting sugar beets, because I would like to do sugar beets ourselves. Affording a harvester though, that might be down to one thing I'd love to try when we do get a little bit better off is the sugar cane technology though. In the proper sugar cane, I've never ever tried this in all of the times. I don't know whether does it cut a bigger area? Does it cut 2 meters? So I presume then that's double the amount of cutting that the small one does. Can you attach a trailer, or is it one of those? It looks like you can't, can you? Doesn't look like you can attach a trailer to it. You must run next to it, which that's a bit of a pain. How much would that be to lease? No. That would absolutely. Oh no, you can. Yeah, you can stick a trailer here, Charn. Brilliant. Yes, I would like to try that. Let's have a look on the field to see how we're doing. Wow, it's doing well. Oh, I've gone and added money, haven't I? Mind you, it might not get up to the hour. We need to get to 9 o'clock. Mind you, I suppose it'll still tell us. It always tells you on the hour how much wages you've actually done, but it is actually doing well. We could also, I suppose, look on the daily costs log. Couldn't wait to see how much. Yeah, we could look on this. I know we've got a little bit to take off that couple of hundred that we had for running down from the top, but there's not an awful lot in this. Wage payment. Oh, right. Yeah, that's true. That's going to tell us exactly how much we just have to take that couple of hundred off for the. How are we doing? Oh, we're not doing badly. Right, I'm back. Just had a drink. I do apologise for leaving you for a minute. Right, I think what we'll do is we will stop the worker, top up, being as we are so close. Not now, when we get closer to the edge of the field. Excuse me. I reckon we would probably stop anyway, because he would say blocked by an object. So perfect to top up. Do you know, I'm not sure we won't finish this with what we've got in there. Are we about halfway? Let's have a look. Probably. Because I think we could do another row on what we've got left, 472. I seriously think we probably could. actually do a complete other run, in which case we'd be over halfway. I think we probably could just about do this on the two load ups. Right. Okay, let's top this up. Probably would have been easier if I just actually unravelled the spraying unit rather than doing what I did. That was messy. Right. Very messy. So there should be a few hundred left on one of these. Brilliant. Okay, let's find where we finished. There. We should set the worker going again. We shall see if the giants have been changing things, because these wages, or whether it is linked to time, which I think personally the same as the damage to vehicles, that giants are altering things a little bit, if I'm honest. So I reckon it's down to that. I don't think it's anything to do with time, but I might be wrong. We're on 0.5. We should do exactly the same next time, and we shall see whether it's different. And I haven't forgotten that I still haven't got the electric point down. For saying we've had this for so long, I've got to be honest, the electric vehicles are phenomenal. Now that I can't complain at. We have never ever topped this up, and we've done lots and lots of runs where it's done lots and lots of spraying upwards, up and down the map, and still it's only a quarter of the way down its bar. If only electric vehicles were that excellent in normal life. But it is amazing. Not that that means I'm not going to put an electric charge point in. Of course I am. I've always said that from day one. It's just that because of the way that it is, I've not been in a rush to, because there's not been a real need. If it was down in the last quarter, I think I'd probably think, yeah, it's about time that I stuck that in right now. But because we are doing so well, truthfully speaking, it doesn't seem necessary to rush on that. Right, let's have a look now on the field. Yeah, I should say at this point we're over halfway due to the shape of the field. We've got that shrinking triangle at the top. So if you were to split that and put it on top of itself halfway, then that would literally make a square. And I would say that after this particular run we're over halfway, and we've still got a little bit of spare, just a few hundred. I think it'll be close, but I think we'll do it. I seriously do think we will just about make it on what we've got in the tanks. But if it's looking like we won't on the last couple of runs, I shall scoot off and I'll go and buy one from the shop, because I can't top up into thin air. I can only top up if I took this back. So for once we'll pay shop prices for one full 2,000 litres. Yeah, let's have a quick look. Just trying to have a really good look at some of the new additions that we've got mod wise. Trying to think what. No. Cultivators, there are a few new cultivators. 5 metre. 8 metre, that's really good value, that vector. Prolander. Lemkin Karelin, 8.4 metres. Ooh, Russell Mash 12.2. That is good value. I do like that. Ooh, that is a beast. As is that. Wow. That is very good value. The modded cockling. Excellent. To 6.2 meters. Now that is very good value for money. Let's look at Plows. There's not been much in Plows. No. 6 meter plough of 75,360 horsepower. Read it and weep. Let's look at subsoilers. Yeah, on most Let's Plays I've got the same as I have on this, which is the Combi Plow 4 meter, Combi Plough 4 meter. That represents very good value for money. I mean, I do like that, the 8 meter, it's just the cost of it. Right, Vultures, Tempest Plows. Let's look at planters. I can't remember if there have been any. Planters very reasonably. Agromass Falcon. Yeah, now that's a front box, but only takes seeds. Not got a front. Have we got a front box yet that accepts both? I don't think we have we? No. Definitely not. So seeders. 4 meters. Now that. Wow, 18,000 though. That's a lot of money. But it will hold fertilizer or seeds in, so that's the first front box that we've got where you could literally stick that on the front with either of those. So that is very useful. So D9 4000. And that represents, yeah, not bad. I think they're very good value though for 4 meters. It's just how much that you can get in them. It's a 3 meter. What's the difference then between that and the modded one? That Amazon D840 and the D940, there's doesn't seem to be a lot of difference on those. Right, anyway, I think that's a bit of a trawl through there enough. We've got to look through the fertilizer spreaders. Now, was there another mower? I can't remember. I think there was actually. I do like that Elho one. It's just, it is expensive. But I do like the fact that you could get that in one thing. Ah, that was it. There was one. There's the Vicon. That the Vario. Right. Anyway, enough of this frivolity. How are we doing? Oh yes, we are well on our way. How are we doing, wages wise? It may have a point, looking at the way that that's ticking down. It is very slow ticking, and we're on 0.5 times, but we're covering as much of the field in that time as we would if we, because the speed of the vehicle's no slower. So that to me does look like it's ticking down slower than if we were to speed this up. I suppose we could try that now. Let's just count the seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do this times 3 then. No, still to me exactly the same amount of time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is. To me, that's exactly the same amount of time. I don't think that's... If it was true at any one time, I think it's been changed now. I truly do. So it may have been true. I'm not saying it was never true. It may have been that it hasn't. It's been tweaked. But that, to me, is exactly the same tick down as it was on 0.5 speed. So I think if it was down to that, it isn't anymore. Well, we're doing quite well on this. We shout that. Let's just check. Well, we've got a little bit of time. It is next month, isn't it? That it is sugar cane harvest is, yes, it is October, November. Smashing. That's excellent. Oh, that was another thing I was going to say. There are a couple of modded harvesters which are exceptionally reasonable as startup harvesters. If for someone like ourselves, if we are going to go into standard farming, which now we're getting a couple. I mean, to be honest, I'd like to go into. It makes sense for us to go into sugar beet and sugar cane technology. But if we will go in, I suppose really thinking about it, if you're going into sugar, it does make perfect sense, doesn't it? We got. Wow. $48.5. Yeah. If we're going to go into sugar beet, we would save us buying stuff in if we had lots of fields with it on. So it does make sense we buy a proper sugarcane harvester eventually, and also a proper sugar beet. So we should be looking intently to see if we ever get a super duper special on any of these, and it might be well worth getting a bank loan, because it would still be, but obviously I'm not talking about now. We need to buy more fields before anything like that happened, and it would save us buying in sugar cane and sugar beet. So yeah, definitely sensible. Hammer appears to have run out of battery. I intended to do this field anyway, no matter what. There's no way I was going to quit this without finishing the field, and I think we are not far off now. Got a couple of... not sure how it's going to handle that. We might actually take over in a minute, just for these last couple of weird passes. We'll let it do one more, and then I think we'll do last weird angles. Yeah, he's going to do weird things. I thought so. Right, oh wow. It's going to get bigger and bigger, isn't it? Looking at that. Yeah, that looks about right. Excellent. Yeah, I'd say at least another 2 like half passes until we reach the end of the strip. Looking at that, I would say at least 2, but you're not going to go the full length of the field each time. It's going to lessen because of the triangular nature of the bits that we're doing now. Let's have a look on the map to see how that translates. Yeah, it is. Yeah, next one will go to about half when we're finished, then the one after that will be about quarter, and then about a fifth, maybe a sixth even. Why have I gone to the entire thing when I've already done that? I'm wasting herbicide. I'm not paying proper attention. That's better. Right, that's more like it. Let's look for where we run out on the weeds. Yeah, well, we're going to crack on. Thank you very much, but we like to finish the job properly. Wow. There we go, $879 wage, so less than 1,000. Now that's not bad, not for a field of that size on a 20,000 contract. Really can't complain at that. This has cost us thousands in the past. So yeah, that is definitely an improvement. Whether I do think Giants, maybe I'll have to start looking now to see if the workers are a viable option. So I would say if they fix that issue, then it does make things a little bit better. One more strip, I should say. Let's do a better twizzle this time. Let's say about there. Not far off. We twizzle that like that. I think. Not far. There's a little tiny strip there. I can see it. Let's do what we can. Brilliant. We'll top up with the last little bit that we've got left in. It's only a few hundred. So we actually can do this with slightly less than 2 full things. Not that I would ever go for any less than 2. I'd sooner have a bit left than not. That's amazing. Brilliant. Right, excellent. Let's go over to a main farm. Okay, and we will sleep the night away. Let's take our contract though. Let's actually do that. Would be a good idea. That is, after all, why we did it. Yeah, that is everything, so smashing. Right. 52,000, it's a long time since I've seen us up that high. Right, so then, let's sleep until tomorrow. Or early start, I should say, and it is, yeah, 6 o'clock I would say. Oh, there's an air balloon in the sky. Wow, 13,000 for that is amazing. Excellent. Oh, that's actually a little bit too dark. Let's just speed up until we get light, and then we shall get harvesting. I'm not going to do that this session though. Literally, I'm just going to get it ready until we will harvest next time. £7 I would say. Yeah, that'll do me. Okay, let's have a look at any special offers. My favourite part. Now then, I suppose we could do some fertilising jobs thinking about it. Oh wow. And field 5, that's a decent one as well. We shall send our workers to do this. Only let me have the field 25 one. That's not too bad. Spray in field 4. Yeah, if it'll let us have it. Fantastic. Alright, I think actually, let's have a look at field 4. Could we do that with what we've got left? It's quite large, isn't it? Not. Yeah, what we're going to do is next time we shall bring that back over here. So now my favourite part of the day. What special offers have we got on? I do love looking at this, I seriously do. Grapes. And a little falcon. A planter though, if we're going into sugar beet, that is actually something we ought to go for, or super duper X9. Wow, that is good value if you've got that type of money. That though is something we need. I know it's only small, but we're not going to be starting massive, so that's brilliant because it also fertilises, so that can be our starting harvester, and at that is absolutely amazing. So we can't afford to miss that one. Yes, I definitely will buy that. Fantastic. And that, we shall leave that there. 57,000. We should run out of sugar cane by the end of sugar beet. Sorry, by the end of the day. Sugar cane we should run out of tomorrow. Just 20,000 a day, and we will get this harvested in the next play session, or we should start. I seem to recall it took 2 sessions last time, so yeah, I'm not thinking that's going to be. Is that ready to? What does it say? Ready to harvest? Let's have a look. Yeah, remove foliage. Yes, it is ready to harvest. Smashing. So next time we shall do our harvesting and get that put into. That's a point. What can we do with the? Because I'm going to double handle. You see, that's what I'm worried about. We've definitely not got enough for. Let's have a look what silos there are. Wow, they're well out of our price range. Wow. And then we have got this new multi-fruits, haven't we? 2,498,000. Yeah, 35 tons. When you're talking sugar cane, it's good value for money. Fertilizer. That's not bad for 27 tons for 1,000, is it? What different products can it be filled with? That's interesting. Water tank. No. Don't want to do that. Tools. What on earth is that? Large weighing station. Small weighing station. Why would you want to go unless it's just, yeah, 5,000. Aha, we have a we have our first reasonable costing. So the still now, that's excellent. We ought to get one of those at some point. Right, anyway, that is enough procrastination. So then the plan is harvest. Just so... I seriously don't know to whether we harvest and put the harvest in there for now and just put up with this until we run out of this present harvest's sugar beet. Continue to go with the sugar beet and sugar cane in this. We'll buy the sugar beet in until we've exhausted our nut. Otherwise we're going to be going and double handling the present harvest, and I really seriously don't want to be doing that. Why is that saying? That's better. Yeah, most of it is 90%. That's alright. Anyway, without any further ado, I thank you very much for watching. We're going to harvest next time. I think we're doing quite well. Our money's popping up, which is the first time I've seen it that for a while. We have, of course, still got our loan, but I'm not worrying about the minute. We're ticking that down quite nicely. So we've got quite a lot of equipment on hand now. We certainly... Yes, of my two Let's Plays, this particular Let's Play's got an awful lot of equipment. So we've got our 2 traders this year, so we won't need to lease one in. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue on the journey with us. I am feeling quite confident now, which is a place we weren't in before. Really, I was feeling quite a lot of trepidation at the future, but now things are beginning to take shape. Our money's beginning to tick up quite nicely. So anyway, without any further ado, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.